Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into another episode of Cannabis and Coffee with LaTosque. Today I'll be sitting with Christine Smith of Grön, which is a woman owned company in the cannabis market. I'm super excited to learn more about this amazing company and what they have to offer and bring to the market, and I hope you do as well. In the meantime, check out this quick video while I get our guest in. As promised, ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting here with the amazing Christine Smith of Grön, right? Am I saying it
Yes,
correct?
that's right. That's right. Yes, Gron.
Amazing. Grön.
Yeah.
Because at first I was saying grown and I was getting a little confused. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you once again for sitting down and talking with me. You have an amazing company and what you stand behind I absolutely love. So when we met, I was like, I have to have you on the show. So I'm greatly appreciative of you taking the time to sit down and share with the world what you got going on.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'm excited to be here and I'm gonna apologize in advance. I'm sitting in the lounge at the airport. So if there's random noises or other things, I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. So, for starters, why don't you kick things off and tell us, tell those of them who didn't get to do a little research because I went and searched around on a website. I went digging. I went to go and do my due diligence to see what I could find, and I'll have some questions for you
Okay.
in between you sharing your story.
Okay.
So if you can just tell us who you are and what Groon stands for.
You bet. Yeah. So hi everybody. My name is Christine Smith, and I'm a recovering architect. I was an architect for about 16 years, and then became a single mom. I got a divorce and was a single mom with a little girl, and met a boy, a man who paid for things in cash and grew marijuana. This was 2013. I had really never even been exposed to the plant. I grew up in Texas,
Hmm.
and had drank alcohol my whole life, and was really mesmerized and fell in love with the plant and the opportunities that it
Nice.
could provide, and started looking, but I was never an inhaler or a smoker, and started looking at ways that I could create products for people like me that were working mothers and really microdosed, beautiful, nuanced products. And
Okay.
so that was, yeah, 2014, and just kind of started, and one thing led to the next, and we're now a company with across operations in 4 states of the United States, and then we have a sister company, a CBD company, where we export all across the United States to the Japan, UK,
That's
and
beautiful.
EU, Spain, and Portugal.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So I was doing my digging, and I saw that you've been featured in High Times, Forbes, Wall Street Journal, and plenty other publications. Um, how does one go about getting their company, their brand into High Times? Like, how did that go about? Did you was this
Yeah,
all through the competition or?
it's all been through word of mouth and starting, and in my mind it's been a slow roll. I mean, I started this in 2015. My nanny became our kitchen producer, production manager, and so we've just kind of grown, and we've never been afraid to take chances and to do things. We were the first fair trade certified cannabis company in the United States, and we catered Kim Kardashian's baby shower. So
I
we've done
saw
a lot
that.
of, yeah, a
That
lot
was
of interesting.
interesting.
That was very interesting.
I
It was
remember
crazy.
I remember actually seeing the story, and it like made national news because it was like Kim Kardashian is supporting this CBD company
Yeah,
and everything like that. And I was just like, wait, like when did CBD and marijuana get on the Kardashians' radar?
yeah.
Um, do you want to talk more about that? Are you able to talk
Sure.
more, go into
Yeah, I
that?
can. I can. I'm not. They didn't allow us to take photographs there, so we weren't able to share them. But it was an amazing experience, and I think it was a great opportunity for kind of Hollywood and to really kind of push through with some of the stereotypes, and
Hmm.
it was a very interesting. So many of the engagements that we do as a company are people that are really um, kind of curious, is what I say.
Hmm.
And so a lot of our products are kind of gateway drug products, right? And I not gateway drugs, but their introduction, right? They're
I know
they're
what you meant.
they're right, like they're microdosed, they're simple, you're able to convert people that maybe are still have a stigma with cannabis, but they just want to sleep through the night. And so if they eat a piece of chocolate, they're able to separate that in their
Get
mind.
that
And
rest.
so, yeah. And then they're like, wow, this is amazing. I want to learn more. And then next thing they're trying different products. And that's really great. But it was super interesting being at that event because there were so many people there that were already consumers and were
Hmm.
really, really, really interested and really educated. And it was really amazing. I was really surprised.
Nice.
And
Um,
we got to see all the stars, which is fun.
exactly. And I'm pretty sure you made numerous connections and networking while you were there because
We
that's what you
tried.
do. That's what successful entrepreneurs do. They network and they make sure that they get the job done.
That's right.
So I have a question for you. Do you have a business related book that inspired you or that
Um,
inspires you?
I do, although I have to say that the name is actually kind of vulgar, but it's the art of fuckery and how to get out of your own way. And
Mm,
and really what it's there's and I'm now I'm going blank on her name. She's a friend and a really amazing woman here from Oregon that is a life coach, and she does a lot of coaching um, executives at these large Oregon companies and outside of Oregon, but Intel and Nike and a lot of these. And it's all about how our own things that mess us up impact our relationship that we have with other people. And
mm,
and why I find that so important is because the biggest asset that we have in our company is our people. And so investing in our people and our relationships, and some of that may be that we're a woman owned and run company. And so we're really
mhm.
about relationships and communication. But it's been really impactful for us to always be able to look for me to be able to look at the way I approach relationships is a lot of my issues, and then how that I can change how I respond and watch how it affects other people communicate and continue to
Okay.
grow, which has been really amazing.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Um, let's see. You already told me where the idea of your business came from and the driving
Oh,
force of you
Grön.
being
What it means. It means green in Swedish.
really
It does.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that.
I was about to say I didn't know that. I That's
Yeah.
actually one of the questions about within the brand section, the branding section was how did you come up with your name? And okay, well, thank you for getting to that.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry.
No, no, you're absolutely fine. I know that we only have a limited amount of time, so I'm trying to make sure I get all of those questions out of the way. Um, do you Who do you admire in the industry? in the cannabis industry?
Oh,
Or do you admire anyone in the cannabis industry?
I do. I admire lots of people in the industry. Um, that is a really good question. I'm trying to think. Um, you know who I admire a lot? And she's a little controversial, but it's Martha Stewart.
Mm.
And she dabbles in, for sure, in the CBD side. But what I
Hmm.
love about what she does is she has normalized things by bringing a population into cannabis that wasn't necessarily canna curious before. And I
That
have
is
a lot of
true.
respect for that. And yeah, and the brand that we are and the products that we're making are that is really, if I could say one mission that is mine, is to help normalize cannabis in a way that it's where it's approachable to everyone and we can destigmatize it. And doing that through just really delicately nuanced, perfectly microdosed, consumable, edible products.
Nice. And that's beautiful because that's one of the main reasons I started cannabis and coffee. I wanted to introduce people to dialogue and get everybody talking about cannabis, not so much of, oh, it's just another stoner thing, or people who do pot or whatever people call it now, aren't productive, which is the total
Right.
opposite. A lot of the people I know in the cannabis industry are some of the most creative and most hardworking people in the world, and
I agree.
so it's just media and everything has given it such a bad stigma that we got a lot of untangling to do with the webs.
We do.
Um, let's see. What what kind of culture exists in your organization, and how did you establish it?
Um, well, I mean, the honest reality is you could probably ask six different people and they probably would all tell you a little bit of a different idea.
Mhm.
But I like to think that we've really cultivated a culture of transparency and inclusiveness. And we've really tried to bring everyone in and so that everyone in the company feels invested in what we're doing. We're just over 80 people right now. And so, that's getting harder as we continue to grow and get bigger. But everyone plays such an important role, and we've got a large population of women and minorities and of different sexual orientations, and
Mhm.
we just want, we're open to everyone, and we are just really, really proud to, support all the communities. And yeah, I'd say it's inclusiveness and transparency and
Okay.
leading through empathy.
So when you speaking of investing, I'm gonna go back to your past a little bit and ask you about Groon Cafe,
Oh yeah.
because when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I have to go to Portland now." um, is that still in operation, or do you all plan on bringing? Do you plan on bringing that back?
We do. Yeah, we
Okay.
we we shut it down only for COVID, and then now
Okay.
we're just in talks this morning about how we're gonna reimagine that and kind of reopen it. So what for the past few years, it was our CBD cafe that was
Hmm.
really leaning into the CBD side, and now we're turning it. It's at our global headquarters in Northeast Portland, and so we're actually
Okay.
turning that more into a brand centric. So we can't actually sell THC products there, but we're going to
Okay.
have both our THC unmedicated products and more of an education center that's then supported with CBD food and drinks as well.
That's
So we're
amazing
really
news.
excited. Yeah, really
That's
excited about
amazing
that.
news. And the people of Portland, please go out and support.
Yeah,
Make sure that you're going and
people of
being
everywhere,
in those classes everywhere, and if you're
everywhere. We have
traveling
people
like
from
myself,
Japan that come in.
really.
Yeah. Oh,
I saw, that was another thing. I didn't know if that was your brand. I saw a Groon Japan
that's us.
Instagram.
Yeah. hmm
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. We've been featured in
Worldwide,
Vogue and all worldwide. Yeah, all over the place.
worldwide.
Yeah,
What's your
it's pretty
favorite strain?
amazing. What's my favorite? What's that strain?
What's your favorite cannabis strain?
Oh, you know what? Grape ape.
Grape ape.
Grape ape.
Okay.
I
Do
do.
you
I just love it.
prefer
My
indica or do you prefer some that's couch locked?
No, I'm really not I run anxious, so I actually prefer something that's not super. I I I prefer cannabis to bring me down, but I
Mhm.
want to stay present. So I get
Okay.
really anxious when I'm couch locked. I've got kids, I've got a lot of things to do. I'm just looking for something to bring me down a notch so that I can function and get dinner done and get my kids taken care of and be able to kind of relax. So I really, really like, I'm not a heavy hitter. I'm very much of a microdosed kind of user.
Speaking of microdosing, it was hard for me to save these because they were so yummy. Everybody, make sure you go and get some of these pearls by Gron. I gotta tell you right now, I'm gonna take. It was hard saving these, but these are so amazing. Where did you get the inspiration from these little gummies right here?
Oh my gosh, aren't they the craziest little thing? Because
The
we are
dosage
notorious.
are right on the side for everybody who wants to microdose. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're great.
And this is such an. I'm gonna eat one right now while you go ahead and tell the people
Aren't they great?
they
It's the
are,
only
especially the.
gummy.
You said it's the
No,
only gummy. What?
it's the only gummy that is round like that.
Mm,
They're really not easy to get out of the mold. It's we created a monster, but
hmm
it's amazing.
And it's so amazing. The blackberry lemonade is bomb,
Hmm.
but the kiwi, as you can see, I don't have any to sample on camera. The kiwi, guys and girls, and all my non-binary folks, go to your nearest dispensary and look for Groom. I'm telling you right now, amazing. What's next for your company? What new products do you plan on dropping? Some can
Well,
you
we
give us a sneak
will,
peek?
yeah. So we have Pips, which are chocolate covered candies, like M&Ms.
Okay.
So we've got those in Oregon. It's got a climate that's more cooperative for chocolate this time of year. So you'll see those come on to the Oklahoma and the Arizona and Nevada markets
Okay.
here in the fall, probably around Halloween. So
Nice.
we're really excited to be
Around
bringing chocolates, yeah, out in the fall down in those markets, and we've got some new mega flavors, some of our bigger, heavy hitting gummy balls, which well you had as our regular size pearl, and then we do a mega pearl
Mhm.
that's about
I
that
had
big.
at your launch party
Yeah,
at the Meta event, I got some of those as well. Those
they're it's like
huge.
eating for people that know it's like
It was
eating a
it
giant
was
gumball.
yeah, it was huge. It was so huge. And do you carry those in CBD only as well, or are those THC?
Those are just THC, although we have a 1-to-1 CBG
Hmm.
THC coming out in the mega.
Nice, nice. I can't wait for those to come out. I just have a few more questions. I know you're on a time crunch, but I do have some super important questions. For you, how do you build a successful customer base?
Um, through through a lot of time and patience and care. Well, you know what? It's through creating. Um, sorry, excuse me, my computer is messing up. Through creating great products, great customer support, with a great price, and a customer service that can back it up. And that from the very beginning and creating a platform full of customer support specialists and everything we've done and transparency. It's all about transparency and really standing, which goes back into some of our values, which is
Hmm.
believing in investing in fair trade chocolate and organic ingredients and supporting vendors that actually support people. Um, Growing all of our cannabis in Oregon at our own farm, doing all of these things, being clean green certified, all of these things that are important to us, and being transparent about that with our customers. And um, I think it's paid off. And so what we find is, we get a loyal base of customers, and they tell their friends, and it's just it kind of has grown, and it's pretty amazing.
It is. Congratulations again.
Yeah,
What you've done over the last 6 years is amazing, and it's still in its infancy.
that's
That's
right,
what's so great about the cannabis industry is it's just now opening up.
right.
And it's well, technically, it still hasn't opened up. But once the federal legalization happens, then we'll be there. If
That's
you had
right.
a celebrity 24 hours to spend with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? It doesn't have to be a celebrity. 24 hours to spend with anyone dead or alive.
Um, Probably Barack Obama or Elon Musk.
Those are some really good choices. And those are the first two times I've heard someone say Barack Obama and Elon Musk. Like, I would choose Elon, but it's also because I feel like we could enjoy some joints and create
Right?
like some hemp biofuel together. And let's see. Where do you see Groon and your company in the next 10 years?
Everywhere. Everywhere. I hope we're everywhere. I hope we are everywhere you turn around. That is our goal, is to make this a household name and a household brand, and an adult household name and brand,
Yeah.
but to normalize it. And I hope we're, across at least 40, 45 of the states. I think we're going to see a lot happening over the next 3 to 5 years. And,
Mhm.
I don't know if I'll still be here and part of it. I think there's a lot of changes that are going to happen across the industry. But my job is to set this company up for, really a trajectory to where it's able to kind of maintain its path, and be a household name.
Well, I'm definitely hoping that that happens for you. I have just two really quick questions left. If you have time for
Yeah.
that, do you
You
have time
bet.
for that?
Absolutely.
Okay. What is your most treasured possession?
My children. I don't know if
And
I can say they're my children, but they're my children
yeah,
and my horses.
okay.
Yeah.
And what do you consider your greatest achievement?
Um, Besides my children, which I have two children that are amazing, I would say birthing this company, which is pretty much what I've done, has been the greatest achievement of my life. And it's fulfilled me in ways that I've never thought possible. And probably it's cultivating this team of people that I get the honor and the privilege to lead. And it's the greatest joy and the biggest challenge, all the highs and all the lows of anything I'll probably ever do in my life.
Well, Christine, thank you so much for stopping in, sharing. It was truly a pleasure having you. I can't wait to see you again. And I'm wishing you very much success with your company and safe travels.
Thank you. And same to you. I just love your cookbook and I want a copy of it.
Thank
And
you.
I want to be able to cross promote you as well.
I'll have a copy for you next time I see you.
I love it.
I'll have a copy, and definitely I would love to cross promote and
We should do
whatever
that.
I can do and that we could do to help each other grow. Please have
I love it.
no issue hitting my line. I would love to do it. All right.
Well, you are a doll, and thank you so much. And I just love what you're doing, and I just think it's really fabulous. So thank you so
Thank you.
much
I
for
appreciate it.
inviting me on.
It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day. Like I said, safe travels, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Christine Smith of Grön, an amazing entrepreneur. One second, let me plug my laptop up because we might lose battery. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Christine Smith of Grön, and she's an amazing entrepreneur. from Portland, Oregon. If you missed it, you can always go back and listen to the rest of the podcast. Um, it's always nice meeting different people when out at events, and it's even more relieving to meet other entrepreneurs. Um, it's not an easy thing becoming an entrepreneur. Thank you, Toddy. I appreciate it. It's not an easy thing becoming an entrepreneur, but it's something that if it's something that you want, you need to see it out. Um, so 4 years ago, well, no, 5 years ago, yeah, I got the idea of speaking into existence, and I wanted to create a company to where I wouldn't need permission from somebody to release my music. I wouldn't need, permission to bring you something like this, cannabis and coffee. It's a lot of hoops and hollering that a lot of people got to do and go through to be able to freely bring you a platform or bring you a message. And warn that you do get some benefits signing with labels and doing all of that other stuff, but you don't need permission doing it independently. And you don't need permission doing it as an entrepreneur. So if there's one thing I want everybody to take from today's episode is to follow your dreams, but make it a way for you to bring it on your own. Become an entrepreneur. You want to be a doctor? Start your own practice. You could be a doctor, but start your own practice. Help those people out by starting your own practice, and then providing for other people. I got a lot of stuff coming up that I've been working on, and I'm super excited, but just stay on the lookout for it. Big music coming up. I haven't released any music in a while, so I guess we'll drop that soon. And thank you again, man. I appreciate all y'all. Love.